If you thought Theodore Roosevelt was the jack of all trades, then you're wrong. If you thought George Washington was the hero of the American Revolution, then you're wrong. And if you thought Benjamin Franklin was a time traveler from the future sent as salvation for these poor colonists, you're delusional. But at least you're in the right frame of mind for this special. But just how much do people know about the illustrious, innovative, and dare we say handsome Ben Franklin?
Hey, how's it going? Quick question. On a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate Benjamin Franklin's Poor Richard's Almanac?
Between its catchy quotes about life and accurate lunar charts, I'd have to give it a 6.
Question. When did Benjamin Franklin invent the kite?
Benjamin Franklin didn't invent the kite. He was using the kite to test the parameters of electricity and lightning.
Question. Benjamin Franklin. In West Philadelphia, born in Boston, Massachusetts, then went to New York, then Philadelphia. Well, actually I was asking about Will Smith.
Born in Boston, Massachusetts on January 17, 1706, young Benjamin Franklin lived in a family of tradesmen, including his father, Josiah, who was a fabric dyer and later an owner of a candle store. However, Ben was not destined for this line of work as he was an avid reader, influencing his father to send him to a school at the church. And while Ben was only able to attend for 2 years because of a shortage of funds, his fondness for books only increased. It became great enough that he even became a vegetarian so that he may save money to buy even more literature when he departed from school, though he also claimed that it was because of a distaste for flesh.
Benjamin was employed by his father in a candle and soap making business, yet his mind still thirsted for literature. He actually once contemplated becoming a poet, but after taking advice from his father, he changed his mind. Later in his life he agreed with this decision, realizing that he would have likely become a terrible poet, as well as a beggar, which would often happen to failed artists in this time period. However, his writing skills were still utilized when he entered an apprenticeship under his older brother James, who happened to be in the printing business. After mastering the basics of printing, he asked to try his own hand in writing for his brother's newspaper. James flatly declined, leaving Franklin no choice but to write under a pseudonym, Silence Dogood.
The Silence Dogood letters really are a traditional example of how two-sided Benjamin Franklin's life really was. On one side, you have the humorous Benjamin Franklin, which is evident throughout the Silence Dogood letters as he pokes fun at colonial life. And on the other side, you have this rebellious nature, such as him having to assume a false identity just to get his work published, and him even in the Revolutionary War, where rather than fighting alongside his friends at home, he was in France being an advocate of peace.
After Ben revealed himself to be the author of the Dogood letters, his brother James was angered with him. Franklin, disappointed, ran away from his apprenticeship to New York. Later he would find himself in Philadelphia, and even farther down the line in printing businesses, he would produce Poor Richard's Almanac, a literary achievement in his career.
The amount of achievements in Franklin's lifetime is frankly mind-boggling, from signing the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution to the myriad of inventions and innovative ideas he came up with. Examples of these inventions are the harmonica, the bifocals, the Franklin stove, and even the lightning rod, which stemmed from his infamous kite experiment, where he discovered the principle of conservation of charge. Also, during the Revolutionary War, Benjamin Franklin acted as a diplomat in France, which essentially won the war for the United States.
You know, Franklin is who he is. He's just a person, just like you and me. But he just happened to have a different effect on the world than most people do, and that's why we love him.
So the next time someone asks you, who is your favorite American? Don't go for the war-hardened, stereotypical general. Go for the man who thought our country bird should be a turkey.